me be real for a minute. We did not start our marriage on good footing, and we actually have a witness to that. So when Mark and I got engaged, we went to premarital counseling with a great guy named Dennis, and as a part of that, he did personality tests, and then at our first meeting after those tests, he sat down with us and he said, so I have a question first. He said, have you guys set a date? And we said, oh yes, March 4th, we can't wait. And he said, would you consider changing it? And we both looked at each other and said, why? And he looked at us and he said, I am worried about your relationship. He said, you test very differently. He said, Susan, you are high affection. And he looked at you and he said,
Mark, you have a lot of hostility. and he said, I'd really be concerned about you getting married to Susan if it weren't for the fact that you're highly, highly disciplined. So he said that kind of can balance it out.
And then he looked at me, so because he's disciplined, I don't think he's going to hurt you.
That's a good thing.
And so this is how we started. And again, we were young and undaunted, and we thought, oh, we got this. We'll just work on it. No big deal. Mm-hmm. It really was difficult at the early years of marriage, learning to, some of the things we've talked about in the List to Love by books, communicate, avoid conflict, and because Mark was, a little more hostile and I was very needy of affection, it created a lot of miscommunication,
yeah.
and it was difficult.
So there were challenges really even before we got married, and then of course, all of us have challenges. So whether it's before marriage or in the beginning of our marriage years together, or even in later years. And you know what? Susan and I are still working through things. We're still learning about one another and how to address those various issues that come up. So the key really is all about perseverance.
And the point we want to make is this. No marriage is perfect. No marriage starts off well, ends well, and is well in the beginning. There are seasons, and there are personality conflicts you have to work through, and then children add more, and life troubles bring different things on. The point is just to work on it. That is the whole point of marriage. God is bringing together two people to become one, and it's not easy, but it's part of our testimony. It's part of our refining. It's part of us, becoming more Christ-like, is to learn to get along. So we wanted to be real with you and share with you that we are not perfect. We did not write these books from a place of perfection, but actually from a place of struggle. It
really isn't, and it's so easy to write these kind of books, but it's really harder to live them out, and so we're still trying to live out what we talk about in those books. And we do share from a point of vulnerability in those books, but also from a point of having 27 years together in marriage and raising 5 kids. So we hope they'll be encouraging to you.
Persevere.